the next song. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Wow, that's loud. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. God, I can't think with music in my ears. What's up? I don't really have a lot of preamble to this. Also, how's the mic sound? I'm using a lav inside. I don't know if it's echoey or not. Hey, Evan. It should sound fine. I did exactly one test. But basically, I have to move in a couple of weeks, and the most annoying part of moving, in my opinion, is the growing number of boxes of books. Music's loud. How's that? It's really hard to tell between my headphones and what you're hearing. Basically, I have a lot of books. I have to move with those books in almost exactly 1 month. But I can move a bunch of my stuff early. And if I have the ability to, I want to move these early so that I don't have to deal with them on the actual day of the move. They are all stacked up right off screen. So basically what I'm going to do is we're gonna switch over here and I'm gonna tier list them. So we've got S tier, obviously. Hello. Okay, cool. We've got S tier. I'm gonna scooch back. Hello. We've got S tier, which is our certified classics. We've got, ooh, why doesn't that work? Oh, there we go. We got our A tier, just our solid, highly recommended books I really enjoyed. We have B tier. I just put this as good book. Didn't hate my time reading it. Probably wouldn't read again. C tier. This is a book that I read. I think, knowing what I have in the stacks over here, this is going to be a lot of books that I was like forced to read or read as like a part of a book club, or was a school book, or something like that. There's a lot of books that I've read that I did not read by choice, and I think a lot of them will end up in this tier. Then we've got D tier, I reserved for books that I haven't read. Ooh, I need to resize. C tier. You look bad. Let's make you smaller with your friends. Better. D tier, yeah, books that I haven't read. This is probably going to be, if C tier isn't the largest category, D tier might be the largest category, because I also have a ton of books down here. Hello. Oh, that's why. Guys, I need to switch my focus setting. How do I do that? 1 second. I've never done this with the camera like plugged into the computer before. That should be right. Oh, yeah, that should be fine. Should be tracking now. Alright, D tier, haven't read. Ooh, not that one yet. F tier, this is just bad books. And then I just spoiled it. Maybe you didn't notice it. I have a secret tier lower than F tier for books that are under F tier. But that's it. And just a sneak preview. What's the best cam to do this? We'll go back to face cam real quick. Here's just a little sneak of what we're gonna be going through. What can you see? There we go. So we got these guys right here, and then you can't really see, but that entire counter for about 5 feet in that direction, all the way over to the end of the counter, is all the books we're gonna is all the books we're gonna go through today. And switch back over. I could do a giveaway or donate pile. I'll see what it looks like at the end. Because I do like having a library, and a couple of these books, I'll point them out when I do them, are books that I can't really. This needs to be a little bit higher. I'm a bit of a hoarder, is the thing. And I like having, sorry, this is gonna be off for a second. Was I zoomed? Or maybe I can just zoom out. I should probably be a little bit higher too. And some of these books are books that I've gotten from little free libraries that I've like kind of traded with little free libraries or community things like that. So I don't know how much I would want to get rid of, just for that fact and the fact that I like having all my bookshelves full. But that is a good idea. Oh, you are so not even. Which one needs to be out? This one? I think that's close enough, right? Are you gonna... I can't tell if it's blurry on me or not. It kind of is. Alright, and then I'll move this guy up. Alright. That looks fine. Just move you all the way up to the top, I guess. Hopefully this lines up well. I didn't really do all that much testing. Cool. Alright. I'm just gonna start grabbing stacks. Alright, first up, we have Dragon Teeth by Michael Crichton. Same author as Jurassic Park, I believe. I did not mean to get this book. This one, I had a list of, what's the like really prestigious prize they give out to authors for books? Is it the Pulitzer or something like that? I had a list of like Pulitzer Prize winning novels, and there's one called Dragon's Teeth, which by Upton Sinclair, which I did eventually read, but I got this one on accident first, and read it anyways. Pulitzer, okay. And I really liked it. I don't think it's an S tier book. It's like this like kind of yuppie kid back in like the late 1800s goes out on like a fossil finding expedition. I think it was pretty good. I think this is probably A tier. I think I would read this again. A very enjoyable read. So we're gonna put this one. Oh, this is gonna be so hard to tell. Maybe I should put the tiers at the bottom. Let's try it this way. Okay, yeah, I think that'll be a little bit easier to tell. You won't even be able to see the books. I think this is mostly for the visual of the books stacked up. All right, Dragon Teeth, A tier. Next, a classic, The Hobbit. One called Micro, the grad student working. Oh, I bet you love that. Yeah, I like Crichton. I haven't read Jurassic Park, but reading that made me think that maybe it might be a good read. The Hobbit is a classic. It's S tier. It's one of those books that I think I can always go back to. It reads really quick. It's easy to just like pick up and read any part of it just because of how it's written. That's funny. This one is an interesting one. It's The Adventure Zone, The 11th Hour. This is based off of a Dungeons and Dragons actual play podcast by the McElroy brothers, if anybody knows the McElroy brothers. I mean, I didn't really like read this because I have listened to the story a few times, but I really, really like the art style that they use for a lot of stuff. So I've gone and I've read like scenes from it, but I haven't actually read through the full thing. Which I don't think puts it in, I don't think I can put it in like haven't read. I think it's a good, but wouldn't like recommend or read again just because of the style of book it is and what it has been for me. All right, here's a just quick haven't read. This one was gifted to me at a conference, I think. It's like a work self-help book. I probably will never read this. That's the thing is like, do I donate like a work self-help book? I guess I could. I just like don't know. Like, is this realistically ever gonna get picked up by anybody? Is the question. Creating better futures for working and living. Either way, it goes in D tier. Which you can't really see. But you will when it gets stacked up. Mountain in the Sea. I got this at a Half Price Books a while back because I really liked the cover. Oh, it looks like I did read the first chapter. But it goes in, haven't read. It looks like a kind of like scientific thriller novel almost. Some scientists go out and discover an octopus can do some fun stuff with DNA. And there's like a espionage thing trying to steal the octopus and take the discovery for yourself. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, here's my copy. I lost this. Okay. Next, we have The Fall of Hyperion, which I should get. I should just try and find the first one. That's going to be impossible. Okay, so this is the second book in a series called the Hyperion Cantos. When we get to the first book is an S tier. The second book, I think, is just A tier. I didn't like it as much. It didn't leave as much of an impact on me. Really, really good classic sci-fi, though. I think it could be called classic now. It was written back in like the 90s or 80s or 90s. Yeah, 91. Really, really enjoyed this. I would recommend the Hyperion books to anybody. Wizard's First Rule, Terry Goodkind. This was recommended to me by a friend in college. I think it's just, it's one of those books that sits on your shelf and is just so thick that you don't ever think about picking it up. It's on my list. I'm getting back into reading like a bunch of fantasy stuff, which this next book, hey Logan, which this next book is part of, but this goes in didn't read. I just finished this like last week. I started the second book. Mistborn is S tier. It's Brandon Sanderson. I think this might. I haven't finished Elantris, and I just started The Way of Kings, so maybe he's done better stuff, but I can't see him topping how good I think this book is. This is S tier. Alright. We got Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron. I think I read this in like, I might have read this in middle school. This could probably be, despite what I'm about to say about it, this could probably be a donate. Because I think a kid would love this. I think I read this when I was like 12 or 13. It's book one in a series too, which I don't think I realized when I was 12 or 13. Really great little just like quick sci-fi novel. I remember really, really enjoying it. Could not, for the life of me, tell you what it's about. Oh, it's about Wedge Antilles. Okay, so it's about like one of the kind of background characters to the original Star Wars movies. Really good, probably B tier. Good, but wouldn't really read again. Oh wait, spoke too soon. I guess I did read two of them. I think they're both the same in my head though, so this will go in B tier too. But if you're interested in Star Wars and like reading about Star Wars stuff, X-Wing Squadron, and I think the series is like actually pretty long. Are you into ships? Like knowing about ships, specifically maybe Titanic. I've watched Titanic and I've watched like documentaries about the Titanic, sure. Why, what's up? Have you read the book On a Sea of Glass? I haven't. I don't think I've heard of it either. Is it about the Titanic? Okay. It's saved in chat, so. The Garden of Rama. I have read Rama, the original. I haven't read the sequels to it. I think Rama was good. I don't know what stopped me from reading these. I think I went through like a huge spree right after college. Most accurate book on the sinking. Interesting. Okay. I think I went through a spree like during college or right after college of just like getting every cheap book I could find that like had anything to do with anything I'd read before, and I ended up with a bunch of books that I just never read. The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. So many people talked so highly about this book. It just didn't do it for me. It's like, I don't know, it was unsatisfying. I liked maybe the first like 40% of it, but at a certain point it just like, it ramps up so fast, so quick into like a point that just doesn't feel like it's relatable anymore. And there's a lot of annoying parts in it. I think I would put it B tier, but it's like almost C tier to me. I still enjoyed reading it. I just don't think I would read it again. Endymion. This is the third book in that Hyperion Cantos that I mentioned earlier. I haven't read the third book yet. This haven't read pile is gonna be so high. Okay. Oh, why do I have? Okay. Next, I have 2 copies of Rama 2. So we can definitely donate one of these. Just put that right there. I think I read the first like 40 pages of this. Oh, and BioShock. I never played BioShock. Rama 2, haven't read yet. Or I guess started reading, never finished. Indiana Jones and the Mystery of Sinai. I think I can donate this one. This I've probably had this book since I was like 8. Slaughterhouse-5. I think I bought with a bunch of other classics that I saw. I could read this in literally an afternoon, but I haven't. That one actually I could probably just say I'm gonna read like this week or something. All right. H is for Hawk. Yeah, Logan, same, but sometimes it's like 3 years. H is for Hawk was a book that I read. Yeah, C tier. I think this is it's just a okay book. I didn't really connect with it, and I didn't really like the writing style. So maybe I donate that one too. But I kind of want to keep it out. Silent Spring. I was confused by so many aspects of it. Yeah, it just I don't know, man. I think I wasn't able to connect with the trauma that she had experienced. I don't know a lot about falconry. I didn't like how she was like rewriting, like half of the book is her rewriting a book that White already wrote. I don't know. It was fine. I think it was just fine. Silent Spring. Silent Spring, I haven't read because I read Braiding Sweetgrass. I, like, back in... So I read The Three Body Problem a long time ago, like a year and a half ago at this point. And Silent Spring is mentioned in The Three Body Problem. And it's like the crux of like a lot of a part of the plot. And I messaged Dr. Allison and I was like, hey, have you ever read Silent Spring? Would you recommend it? I've heard a lot about it, but I don't actually know like if it's just a book that people talk about because they want to be pretentious, or if it's like actually a good book. She is a doctor. And she was like, you should read Braiding Sweetgrass first. So I read Braiding Sweetgrass first, but I also, it is weird. It's, I think I'm doing it because I'm on stream, because I don't think if I was on stream I would refer to her as Dr. Allison. I haven't read it yet because I read Braiding Sweetgrass, which led me into like 3 other books that I read before reading this one, but this one still is on my list. Haven't read Slouching Towards Utopia is another one of those books where I think my eyes were just too big for my stomach. Is that how the phrase goes? It's like the history of economic policy in I don't think it's just the US. I think it's like the history of world economic policy over the last like 200 years. I've read maybe 60 pages of it. I'm still gonna put it in haven't read. It's fine so far. A little bit more libertarian than what I was looking for. This I just got. What the Wild Sea Could Be. It's kind of about, it's an ocean conservation book. It has like a bunch of studies about shark populations and some like, I think a lot of it is like story based too. Oceanic plants, biodiversity, stuff like that. This is kind of it was in the same vein as Silent Spring, where I was starting to read all of these conservation focused books and I just got too many at once and then I burned myself out on them. I read like 5 or 6 and then now I'm taking a break. Ooh, some classics. Alright, here's our first series. We got the Divergent series. If I was doing this 10 years ago, these would be S tier books. I think as it stands, right now, I don't think I would ever reread these. But I remember them fondly. And I think, yeah, good, but wouldn't read again. Yeah. I think the memory of them is better than what would probably happen if I went and reread them. All right, we've got another donate here. Another just short Indiana Jones book. I think these are, oh, they are. These are Scholastic Book Fair books. So I've had these for a very, very long time. Oh man. I read this in college. It's Toni Morrison, A Mercy. I remember this being heavy. Yeah. It's about a slave in the like 1600s. She learns how to like read and write, and there's a bunch of stuff. This was a really good book. This is a book I would never want to read again. It's very heavy. I feel bad for putting it in B tier because I think it's a great book, but I just couldn't do it. This is gonna take me forever. I haven't even gotten through a full stack yet. We'll do another series. I think this is a series a lot of people will know. Mark, I would guess 200 something, maybe 300. Percy Jackson series. I've reread these as an adult. This I don't think has been tainted for me in adulthood. They're very good. These are S tier for me. Yeah, Mark, I showed it earlier, but I can just try and... Didn't they make a movie? They made a movie and a TV show. Ooh, oh shit, I just bumped the... Let me just look over there. So there's that stack that you can see in front of you, and there's stacks all from this end to the other end of the counter. This is gonna take me a while. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a hoarder. This way. All right. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, I put. Wait, what did I just do? You're packing for the. Yeah. So my roommate has already moved, but he's letting me like slowly move things over to his place, which is where I'm going to be keeping things in the like interim between when I have to move out of this place and when I have to move into my next place. So I want to box all these up, but I also wanted to do this stream, so I'm doing it now so that I can box all these up. Okay, we'll do another series here. And this one. Okay. I have a series that I'm 2/3 of the way done with. I don't actually know if there's like a name for this series, but it's The Forest, Pale Green Dot, and Symbiosis. What is that emote? Oh, wait. I like that emote. I forgot that I added it. So The Forest it's a really interesting book. It's basically, the premise of it is, what if the world's oceans were forests, but were just as deep, essentially? And it's hard to describe. Basically, the like main characters of the books are these people who their job is to like, they're like mercenaries basically that go out and protect like researchers who go out into these forests, because everything in the forests are like giant monsters, like 50-foot snakes, like the trees in the forest are as deep as the ocean is deep, so they're like 1,000-foot tall trees. So they have like 1,000-foot long, 100-foot long, like monkeys, all that kind of stuff. Everything has been scaled up essentially. And the first book is very grounded in that premise, and then the second book kind of goes off the rails a little bit. I don't want to rate these separately, but I kind of think I have to. The first book I would reread any day of the week. It's short, like it's the shortest of the 3 books. I think it's by far the best of the 3 books. I would put it in A tier. The second one doesn't go too crazy. I would put it in B tier. The third one, I'm like halfway through with, but I feel confident enough to rate it C tier. It's just, I don't know, it's disappointing from where the series started. This is another Scholastic one, but it's one that I picked up within the last few years. It's Cry of the Ice Mark. Please, anybody, tell me you've read this book. I really hope there's somebody else here that's read this book. It is such a fun book. It's very much a Scholastic book, like a Scholastic Book Fair book, but it's like one of the first, like, I mean, this is a pretty thick guy. It's like almost 500 pages. I really enjoy this book. I don't really know how to describe it. It's like fantasy, but yeah, it's like fantasy, like I was reading books. It's like Game of Thrones for kids almost, with like a little bit more fantastical elements. I've been starting a new book for about. Yeah, that's fair. I think this is an A tier. I think it's very obvious that it was written for like kids, maybe teens if you're stretching it. Okay, let's just throw all these in. Any Terry Pratchett heads in the chat? Hard time starting books unless I'm already immersed. That's fair. Wow. I'm famous. I'm on TV. Terry Pratchett. What is this like series called? Discworld. Anybody heard of Discworld? It's a very, very long running series. I have like less than a third of the books, I think. They're pretty famous. It's a British author. It's Terry Pratchett. It's like that dry, like, hi Amanda. It's like that dry, like, British humor. It's just all that, and I really enjoy that kind of humor. I would say of these, Mort Guards, and Small Gods are probably S tier. Oop. I think these are S tier. I think these are my favorites that I've read. I don't think Terry Pratchett is capable of writing a bad book. Equal Rights is also a really good one. I don't know if that one's S tier. Amarkta. The Hogfather was fine. Goes fine. Nightwatch is fine. Oh, you know what? No, I think the rest are A tier. I don't want to go. I don't want to go too deep into that. But Ringworld is really good. Highly recommend. Really quick reads. Sorry, Discworld. Ringworld is a thing though, right? I think so. I would say Guards, Rimworld. No, Rimworld is what I was thinking of. I would say Guards is probably the best like first book for anybody to read out of all those. Okay, let's just get into some textbook stuff. Since these are the next in my pile, I've got the Federalist Papers. Poor Economics, Radical Rethinking of the Way to Fight Global Poverty. And Alexis de Tocqueville's the Percy Jackson show is way better than the movies. I hesitate to say good. Well, okay. No, they're good. They're good. They're just not like... They're not what we wanted. But they're good. The actors did fine. I think the kid who plays Percy, I think he was better in that movie he did with Ryan Reynolds. But it's like fine. It's definitely more faithful. These are all books that I had to read for my political science major. And they're all just books that I read. I did read though. I didn't skip out on reading. Never read the books, but was always interested. Yeah, I would say if you like the show, read the books. You can read one of those books in like a day or two, especially the first ones. What is C tier? Sorry. Oh, it's B and then C. This is a book I read. Okay, so this goes here. And then if you like the Percy Jackson books, he has like... Yeah, the show did feel like... it was meant for like people who hadn't read the books too, which is fair because it's Disney Plus and that's gonna have a wider audience than just the people who read the books. I have some anthologies here. I think just out of fairness, these should probably go in books that I've read. Give it to me, please. These are just like the Barnes & Noble anthologies. It's like Greek myths, Lovecraft short stories, and some science fiction short stories. There's some really good stuff in these, but there's a lot of stuff in these, so I feel like I don't need to break all this down. Those are things that I've read. I've read most of them. I feel comfortable putting it in things that I've read. Heck with the younger generation. I think they did a fine job. I think they did as fine as they could, I guess. Ooh. Here's a nice sack. Here's another nostalgia one. Boom. Also, hot take on these. I think Aragon is like a B tier at best. I think Brazinger and Eldest. Oh my god, these are so good. I think those are that. And I think Inheritance was like C tier. I don't like the way this ended. And maybe that's just time. Are you a Cormac head? Cormac, I don't know what that means. So probably not. Okay. All right, so we've gotten to my secret. We've gotten to the secret. Cormac McCarthy. I don't think so. We've gotten to the unfortunate 7th tier. We have American Gods by Neil Gaiman. And this is gonna go in holy shit, you dumb fuck, why couldn't you just be a normal person tier? I'm not gonna give this book a rank, because Neil Gaiman's a piece of shit. And unfortunately, I do have a lot of books by pieces of shit in my library. Just gonna throw that over there. Westerns. He wrote the novel for Old Country. No Country for Old Men. Oh, interesting. I may have heard of him then, but I haven't read anything by him. And now that I've found that tier, who cares? And about the people who wrote it. Yeah, but he's like an actual, like, real piece of shit who ruined people's lives, and I don't want to, like, say his book is good. I also like really like he was an author that I like really looked up to, and it hurt a lot learning about him, which it sucked. I really liked a lot of his stuff. Strength Finder by Don Clifton. I was forced to do the Strength Finder test by one of my bosses. This is a book that I read. One of those things where it's fine to still enjoy. Yeah, not great. Ooh, another. I didn't know I had copies of this. Do I have more? Artemis Fowl, anybody? Another childhood one? I think this probably falls in the same category as Divergent, to where I read these. I had to do the Clifton Strength stuff. Yeah. Wait, I still have my notes on it. What did I get? My things were adaptability. I don't remember exactly how this goes. Adaptability, communication, developer, harmony, and relator. I don't remember how you're supposed to like do all of these, or like what what I did to get to these. It's like a test, right? Yeah, the strength assessment. Ugh. Yeah, Logan, don't even bother. It's best to just not even. It's fine. Yeah. I had to do that. Funnily enough, when I moved in, my roommate also has a copy of it because he went to business school, and they had to do it for that. All right. Well, here's another Neil Gaiman. Even if it's a combo, Good Omens. Good book, good show. What are you gonna do? Guys, I got a classic here. The Holy Bible. I haven't read this, but I have one. Why do I still have all these? Understanding World Politics. Guys. Oh, this is my game theory textbook. It's also, oh damn it, I opened to a perfect page. I need to, ooh, I'm way too close. It's topical. Optimal tariffs and reciprocity. We just need to set up a game theory problem. And that will fix everything, right? I think this was actually, oh my god, OPEC stuff. Dude, this is so dense. Okay, I've read it. It's really dense. I'm just gonna get all of these like textbook things out of the way. AP History of Western Society. I've read it. We had the Federalist Papers. Here's the Anti-Federalist Papers. Not that game theory. But that's just a game theory, or that's just a theory. A tariff theory. I don't think these are textbooks. I think these were my dad's. I think he just went through a medieval Europe phase. I haven't read these ones. I think I've read like the first few pages of one of them. I just accidentally turned on my garbage disposal. Next, we have Dune. Dune is S tier. This is also a really cool version of Dune. Great sci-fi. Dense sci-fi, but great sci-fi. Aristotle, Politics. This is another. I've read this book. I can't really for all these like textbook type things. I can't really like call them good or bad. They're just like it's just knowledge that was pounded into my brain. Guns, Germs, and Steel. From what I've read so far, which is like the first 100, 150 pages, it's good, but I can't say that I've read it. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is all of the books. I don't think that I would put all of the books in S tier, especially like the last two. But I think the first few more than make up for that. Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Restaurant at the End of the Universe, Life, Universe, and Everything I think would be S tier, and then the rest, I mean, are just kind of carried by that. So long and thanks for all the fish. These next two are crazy. It's insane that you're just allowed to make books that look like this. This is The Way of Kings and Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. I am like 400 pages, something like that, into The Way of Kings. It's good so far, but I can't rate it because I haven't read it all. This haven't read pile is not as big as I thought it was going to be. Okay. I did say every book that I own, so I have to do these too. I have D&D 5th edition Waterdeep Dragon Heist, Call of the Netherdeep, Curriculum of Chaos, and then a different game style but still tabletop, Vossen. Dragon Heist and Call of the Netherdeep I think are like probably B tier. Curriculum of Chaos is the only one that I've ran like extensively. And Vossen I did like a one-shot of and enjoyed. And came with really cool, like, not actual bone, but like bone dice, which I thought was really cool. Which I think bumps them up to A tier. These are gonna go... What did I say? These, I'm just gonna put them down here. These ones don't need to be visible. I don't feel like moving everything to get them up there. Alright, we're making a dent now. I got some donates here. Always want to try. It's really fun. I think, what do you want to play, Logan? Cyberpunk. What is that? Is that a tabletop? Cyberpunk? Ooh, interesting. I think Cyberpunk would be pretty cool. Oral Hershiser's biography. I'm a Dodgers fan. Oral Hershiser is one of the best pitchers of all time. I think this is... It was like a fine read, but it's A tier because of who he is. The Bold and Brutal History of the Texas Rangers. I haven't read. I think I got this from my dad. I definitely got this from my dad. The Manual to Manhood. I think this was like a moving into my college dorm room gift or something. How to wash your face. How to pitch horseshoes. Really important stuff. Must know. How to grip a two-seam fastball. Incredible. Got trimming fingernails. How to wash your hands, guys. How to freshen bad breath. How to wear cologne. It's just how to wear cologne. I don't think I've ever opened this book. It treats, it has the same length. It has the same length how to. Hey, Amanda, did Mark die? It has the same length how to on how to manage a credit card account as it does for how to wash your hands. This is incredible. What are the topics? Oh no. Did that say what I think it said? Wait, I missed it. Was it? Wait, sorry. Who wrote the book? Is it a man or a woman? It's written by Jonathan Catherman. Hold on. I think I just saw one that said... Oh, where is it? Interviewing, filling out applications, apply for jobs. I thought I saw one that said how to respectfully break up with a girl, but I might have read that wrong. Opening doors, how to introduce yourself, how to introduce other people. Oh no, yeah. You will need it. It has everything. Each section has like a what you will need section. So what the first thing you need is empathy, and then under empathy it says see glossary. If you don't know what the definition of empathy is. And a quiet, semi-private location. It has time required. Time required 30 minutes. This may hurt a little. Actually, this may hurt a lot. Either way, it must be done. So how do you go about breaking up with a girl when you think she is a good person but just not a good match for you? You are closer to knowing the answer than you may think. Consider this. Respect her just as you would want to be respected if she were the one ending the relationship. Step 1. Consider your words. Know what you were going to say before you talked with her. Practice if you need to. Easy. Step 1. It doesn't take 30 minutes to send a text. Step 2, pick the place. Decide where you will talk with her in person, face to face. Pick a private place, or pick a place private enough that she can avoid the embarrassment of other people witnessing her emotions. Never break up via text or social media, Evan. Step 3, timing is everything. Seldom is there a good time to break up, but don't make the situation worse by ending things right before or during an important event. Today might not be the best day. Respect her feelings. Step 4. She may respond with sadness and tears, surprise and frustration, or she may even get mad and hurl accusations at you. The only person you can control is you, so keep your cool, let her respond as she chooses, and respect her feelings. Yo, we don't vibe, you skibbity. Step 5, keep it positive. Following your breakup, only speak of the good aspects of your relationship. You two shared some good times, so honor those memories and talk publicly only about the positive. If you don't have anything good to say about her, don't say anything at all. And then it has a did you know section. Did you know Neil Sedaka? Neil Sedaka's 1962 song Breaking Up Is Hard to Do hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Since its debut last century, the Heartbreak song has been re-recorded by more than 32 professional artists. It just goes to show that time doesn't change the fact that breaking up is hard to do. I mean, I guess I've technically read it now. Was that S-tier advice? How to shine shoes? It has a whole section on golf. This is great. Why have I never opened this? I've probably had this book for like 8 years now. Breaking up with a girl is that easy? Okay. I mean, this is S tier, right? Goes in S tier. Oh. Here's 2 donates, because they're copies of books that I already put up. I think copies is the best part to start with. Oh, here's another, I think, Dad gift. I should have done something with this. The Bar Handbook, Essential Recipes. Actually, there's no way this came from my father. Dark and Stormy, Daiquiri, Margarita, Gin and Tonic. Yeah, it's just the drinks. I put that on top of the Bible, by the way. You guys, come on. That's my Bible. Yeah, I think that was like the first, like the probably most highest selling hardcover version. What am I doing with my words today? 1920. The Year of the Six Presidents. I was in UIL in high school, which I don't know if every state has. It's University Interscholastic League or something like that. Basically nerd shit. We would like compete on like history topics, and I did current events, so I had to like read the news and shit. But every year the history, or like one of the history events would be based off of a book, and that was one of the books one year. And I think that's the only year that I actually got to keep the book. God, these are beat to hell. I don't have any of my covers for these books either. The Hunger Games books. I think I'm comfortable having all of these in. Are they S tier? I don't think they're S tier. I think these are probably the best I think these are probably the best YA outside of Percy Jackson to me. I think they're A. Yeah, I think they're A. Maybe Aragon. I think Aragon's pretty up there too. Okay, there's so many left, guys. I guess I've only been at this for an hour, but I'm standing the whole time. What a horrible life I live. The Eye of the World. I don't know if anyone here is a Wheel of Time head, but this is a long ass fucking series. Let me just. I think all of the rest of them are over here. This series, I think by word count, and possibly by page count, is one of the longest book series ever written. And I don't even think this is all of the books. This is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 of, I think, 13 or 12 or 13 books. So imagine a stack like 30% higher money spread. Wheel of Time. Wait, I think I'm missing one. Oh yeah. I'm on the 4th book, and I've been reading these books for like 3 years now. Okay. You. And then stack. There you go. Wheel of Time spread. That's actually like really heavy. Oh, okay. I think Eye of the World was S tier because it convinced me to keep reading. Uh-oh. Thank God these books are beat to shit anyway. I would put the next 2 books at. I'm over halfway done with this. I can call that A tier. I think the next 2 are A tier. I haven't read the rest of these. It's probably gonna take me like 10 years to read this series. It's gonna take a really long time. It's just too much. It's too much book. And I'm also just reading other stuff too. Getting those out of the way kind of makes it 10 actually. I've got 2 copies of Webster's Dictionary. I'm pretty sure this copy is old as dirt. Yeah, 1984 Webster's Dictionary. Hogwash. Refuse fed to hogs. Swill. Insecure taco writing. The last word in both. The last word in the 1984 one is Zymurgy. Zymurgy. The chemistry of fermentation as applied in brewing. And then, this is Webster's new dictionary. It's a lot smaller. Also, my handwriting. Oh, well, I was about to just show my name. Jesus, okay. I had bad handwriting. I think I did this when I was like 10. What year are you from? Oh, there's a sticker on the inside. Okay, the last word in this one is zymotic, which is also about fermentation of or caused by fermentation of a disease due to multiplication of germs introduced into the body from outside. Dictionaries. They're dictionaries. They do what they're supposed to, I guess. Here's some books that I had to read in school. Actually, this one is not. I don't know what the hell that is. Hidden Figures. About the this extra thing here. What the heck is this? Oh, right. That's why I had to read this. So for political science majors at my school, like my university, we had to take this like 1 hour credit course on like, what was it? It was literally like a like being a person course or whatever, like how to be an adult or whatever, and it was like the first Thursday of every month at like 6:30 p.m. for like the entire freshman political science class, and Hidden Figures was the book that we had to read. It's about like the mathematicians who did the code for, I don't know, I barely paid attention. I think I skimmed through most of this during like the space race. I've technically read this. The Secret Agent. Yeah, Apollo 11. This I don't remember anything about, but I have read. Victorian London. I think I read this for like a postmodern literature course or something. What are you about? Reports of the Russian embassy. Oh, it's about a secret agent, guys. I feel bad about putting it in the I've read section, but I need the I've read section to grow. The Wives of Los Alamos. This was a book I was required to read for a literature course, but I actually enjoy it. I think this is A tier. I don't know if I ever actually checked the like accuracy of it, but I enjoyed it. And then 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Jules Verne, a classic. It's like B tier. A lot of the like super old classics just really don't do it for me for whatever reason. A lot of them are fine, and maybe it's just like language barrier. Just people don't talk like that anymore, or write like that anymore. Alright, we got Mysterious Benedict Society. Another one that I read as a kid. I think the first two are S tier. These are so good, especially for the time that I read them, which was probably like 8th grade, maybe freshman year of high school. They're just good mystery books. I like them a lot. The third book, I don't think I liked as much, and maybe it's because I read it a little bit older, but I just didn't enjoy it as much. And I think it was like a prequel. Yeah. Wait, so maybe this came out like way after everything. I don't know why I have this one. I read it. And I must have read the other ones through the library or something. I think I just picked this one up because it was like $5 at Half Price Books. I think it was B tier. I think I just like the main characters of the other books a lot more. I think I read this one. This is All Quiet on the Western Front. I think I read this one like out of a feeling of obligation or something. I don't know why. It's just one of those books I felt like I had to read. It's like, I get why it's a classic. And it's one of those books that I sat down and I just like didn't stop reading. But I don't think it really stuck with me all that much. Guns of August. I think this is another UIL book. Yeah, this is like the lead up to World War I. And like everything that was like geopolitically going on during that time. It's fine, and I think it ends. I'll give it B. B is fine. I think it ends like 3 or 4 months into World War I. It like ends like right when they start getting like entrenched into trench warfare. That's like a kind of, you know what's about to happen kind of ending. Alright, we have John Green, The Anthropocene Reviewed. I really love this book. This is S tier for me. It's a collection of essays that were, I believe, originally part of their a podcast that they do together. I don't think I've ever read it. But I really enjoy going back to this one every once in a while. It's also, not that this is special, because I think he signs like every book. Every single book that he, or like the first like 100,000 copies or something of every book that he puts out, he signs. But I think there's just, these are really easy to read and they're short, and I go back to them all the time. And John Green is a really beautiful writer. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I read this like 3 or 4 years ago now. I think I liked it more when I read it the first time than when I came back to it for Wine About It book club, I think. I would say it's A tier, maybe high B tier, low A tier, high B tier. I think I'll put it A. I don't think I didn't enjoy it enough on the return to not enjoy it at all. I have beaten the shit out of this book. This is my like main park read. When it's like nice out, I'll take this book to the park. But it has been a struggle fest to get through. I think I'm like 130, 140 pages through this. So I guess technically I haven't read it, or haven't read all of it, but it's just, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna end up being my favorite. Next up, I have A Psalm for the Wild Built and A Prayer for the Crown Shy. This first book, I absolutely fucking loved. I loved this book so much. It's super short. I think it's technically like a novella or whatever. Like I think it's not even 150 pages. Great time. Really enjoyable read. Just like cute, feel good. Kind of makes you think a little bit about like consciousness and stuff like that. The second book is hot, stinky garbage. Like poop from a butt, ass, not good. I don't know what happened, but she just completely dropped the ball between books. To the point where like I think of the first book less because I read the second book. I think this is the first book that is going in F tier. I don't think I've put a book in like actual F tier. I've just put books in the you're a bad person tier. And I'll put this one in A tier, but damn, she makes it hard. I'm losing stamina quickly. Alright, we have 4 books that I haven't read, and I'm just going to get through them quickly. I'm actually probably going to donate this one because I don't think I'll ever get to it, and I think it's free online. Little Women. If I decide to eventually read it, I'll decide to eventually read it. The Narrow Corridor. This is about it's like statecraft, politics stuff. I've read like passages from it. Like I've read like specific chapters and stuff, but I haven't read the full thing. It's fine. I'll put it in red because I think I've read enough of it. Actually, I have read this one. I thought this was a different book. Douglas Adams, same guy that wrote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You got a funny little picture of him here. It's hard to remember what all of his books are about. I need to remember where my camera is. I think this one was a little on the weird end of his stuff. Not that any of it's like super normal, but I remember it making me kind of confused. This is a college read. In the Time of Butterflies. This is about where are they? It's these sisters in the Dominican Republic growing up with like cartel stuff, right? Yeah, drug running. I think, oh, this was sad. Without spoiling anything, it's about like 3 sisters and it's very sad. I think this was, I don't think it was A, but it was, I think it was a good time. These 2 books, I'm gonna donate. I bought these books solely because of their covers, or their spines. I was trying to make like a rainbow thing happen with the spines of my books. Beyond Katrina. This was a class book. I think I can donate this. It's just about like, it's about like the effects of, I think it was her childhood or something. Yeah. It was like a girl and her family whose lives were changed by Katrina. This is another... I don't know why our professor had us read so many of these. It was Prayers for the Stolen. It's another book about people in the Dominican Republic. Or, no. This one wasn't the Dominican Republic. I don't remember. It was like romance and some drug stuff and... Wait, where did I put it? I don't think that was. I think this is just, I read. It didn't really make an impact on me. All the Light We Cannot See. I loved this book. This book I couldn't put down. I think I tore through this in like 2 days maybe. Really great story. I really enjoyed it. Oddly suspenseful at points. All around great time. Can't recommend enough. Hyperion. This is the first book in that series I was talking about. I hate that I wasn't able to find like similar versions to this, or that the first one that I picked out wasn't the same as the other two, because I like when my sets match, but this one is S tier. The Sons, Franz Kafka. This is this is The Judge. Oh, I have my full name and number in this book. Awesome. Or The Judgment, The Stoker, Metamorphosis, and Letter to His Father. I've read The Judgment, The Stoker, and Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis, obviously, I think probably Kafka's most famous short story. I think these can go in A tier. That was for a postmodern literature class. Young painter lives with her brother. What are you missing? I don't remember this book. I don't know if I read this. I don't know why I have this. Used. I think it came from my university library. That might be the first book. That might be the first book that I was required to read that I didn't read, because I do not remember reading that at all. Oh, brother. Let's see. I keep thinking that I've made a sizable dent in these books, and then I keep walking back over, and I have so many more. This is another donate. This is another book that I got for yellow cover. Elantris. I think I've read enough of this book to make a pretty good judgment. I don't understand the story all that much, but I like the writing. Brandon Sanderson's good. I think I can safely put this one in A tier, even though I haven't finished it. Wizard of Earthsea. I didn't know I had a physical copy of this, but I'm about 200 pages into it on my Kindle, and I really like it. And I'm glad that I have a physical version of this, because this is a book that I actually want this book for. I think it's A tier. I think Ursula K. Le Guin is considered a really highly regarded fantasy novelist. I didn't read this. This is Children of Dune. I've only read Dune. The rest of these copies are copies that I inherited from my dad. I don't think he read them either. And then this is also a book that I inherited from my mom or dad. Treasure of Khan. I think I can probably safely donate this one. Move. It's kind of gonna ruin the continuity if I turn this into a video, but I should move over a tiny bit. And then you that. I have a lot more. Well, I guess they're only in rows of 2 and the others are in rows of 3, but I have a lot more A and S tier than I thought I would. I guess keep most of the books that I like, right? Another Jules Verne, Journey to the Center of the Earth. This one I should read. I feel like this one is probably considered enough of a classic that I should read it. This one was donated a really long time ago and kind of just sat on my desk in my last job, and then I kind of just inherited it. Haven't read it, should read it. I should have done a haven't read, want to read, and a haven't read, don't want to read. Oh, I thought this was really cute. I bought this solely because it's cute. This is The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. And it's like a little... It's such a, like, prettily illustrated book. I've never read it, but I just go in all the time to look at the illustrations in it. They're just so nice looking. I just want to keep this around. Things Fall Apart. I read this for a class. I actually did really enjoy this. It's about, where is it? Nigeria. This like guy who's like a leader in his tribe in Nigeria. And like what happens when like European missionaries come to I think there's like he like does something that like gets him like ostracized from the people or something. I can't remember exactly. Logan, you mentioned. Wait, that's not the King Chronicles, is it? I have a couple just like random Rick Riordan books that I've accumulated. I never really got into any of his other series outside of the Percy Jackson series, but I have a few of them. This one is funny. This is Living Through the Hoop. This is a book written by one of my college professors. I took it's like what was it? It was like psychology of sports or philosophy of sports or something like that. It was like a 200 level philosophy class about sports. And one of the books that he assigned was his own book. I think I'll donate this one. He's not like a nice guy. But it did make some... He was, I'll give him credit, one of the only classes in college that I think I made friends in that lasted longer than the class. I think the course was interesting. I think he was intense and harsh about grades. And I think he picked favorites a lot too. Luckily I ended up being one of those, but still. I've got a little 4-book set of William Faulkner. I have only read As I Lay Dying. Interesting book. I think it's a classic, technically. I still think I would just put it in book I've read. It didn't think maybe I'll put it in B tier. Yeah, B tier's fine. Alright, I'm just gonna get these ones out of the way. It sucks. But kinda has to be done. I also this is another one of those cases where like the books mean so much to you growing up, but nothing you can do about it. Those are all like very early editions too. A couple of them are falling apart. I used to read Sorcerer's Stone like might as well grab this one too. I used to read Sorcerer's Stone like maybe once or twice a year because I could read it in a day. Here's like a box set I was given a long time ago, and The Cursed Child. I mean, obviously I love the books. For the purposes of integrity, they're going in the holy shit, why couldn't you just be a normal person tier? Cause like, holy shit, why couldn't she have just been a normal person? Like, it's so easy to not be like one of the worst people of all time online. Like you could have kept all of that to yourself. Not saying it's like makes it any better if she had kept it to herself, but like you wouldn't have alienated so many people. You wouldn't have like ruined so many people's childhoods. So many people, my mom, so many people have the fucking Deathly Hallows tattoo. So many trans people had the Deathly Hallows tattoo, found themselves in those books. And like, okay, yeah, in retrospect, there were clues that she wasn't the best person, but like, it's just such a shitty thing to do, to just completely discount, one, so much of your audience, but then two, so many people that like, just don't need that smoke from like one of the most famous and highest selling authors of all time. Like, I mean, what the rank says, holy shit, just be a fucking normal person. Sorry, rant over. Artemis Fowl, The Arctic Incident. I think this is the second book in the series or something. I don't know, B tier? It's fine. Frankenstein, hot take. We visited a bunch of we went to Scotland, or we went to England and Scotland back in like 2018, I think, something like that. The famous Elephant Cafe. Before shit really hit the fan. I think they still do. I think for the first time ever this past year, I think I saw something about this. The like train station didn't do the like platform 9 3/4 like September 1st train to Hogwarts thing, and a bunch of Harry Potter fans were there and got really mad about it. Frankenstein, hot take. I don't really like the way that this is written. I don't like the like letter format. It's not like a bad book, I don't know. It's not my favorite. I have no idea what this book is. I don't know how this ended up in my library. But it looks kind of like a kid's book, so I'll donate it. The Silmarillion. I think this is just I've read this. This is something that you don't really read to enjoy. You read to just like know Harry Potter, or not Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings lore. Call of the Wild, Jack London. This is the one where he the kid thinks he can go to. Wait, no, this is different. Oh, I should read this. I don't think I've read this. I should read this. I'm gonna leave this one to the side. I think that was one of those ones where I was dead set on reading it, and then I ran into a bunch of other stuff and forgot about it. This was a high school read. I think this was a summer reading project. Tears of a Tiger. Dude, this book is this the one? Yeah. This book is depressing as shit. It's crazy that we read this in high school. No, we read this in 8th grade. This was between 8th grade and high school because they made it a reading project for every class. Because we had to do a math project based on this book, because it's about basketball players, right? This is a trilogy? That's crazy. This is about a basketball team, right? Yeah, so the book is super heavy. There's a lot of super heavy themes in it. We did the literary analysis of it. We did a historical analysis of it. And then our math class was building out the dimensions of a basketball court or something completely unrelated to the story, because there's no way to actually incorporate math into it because it's not a math book. I don't know. I've read it. It's super sad. Very heavy book. I think this is a book that has just been passed down to people. I don't think by my parents or anything. I think this might have been at a college house that we had, that we just took with us when we moved out. A Farewell to Arms, I have read parts of, I believe. I've definitely read the first 50 pages or so. Another one that I should probably finish. It's not very long. I love the cover art too. Really great art. I think this is yeah, this version's from 1969. I think this is the same story as that last one. I think this was just in the house. It got passed down to us. Whoa. Whoa. Interesting. I think this must have been from our college house. Hey, Quokka. Whoa, okay. This is someone's college schedule. I don't think it doesn't have a name in it. This looks really old. It might just be because of the pages it was in between. Monday, 9:30 to 10:15 French, 11:05 to 11:45 reading. arithmetic next. Oh, they played violin too. Girls' gym. I think this is high school. This had to have been high school. This must have been the last. I wish my camera was just slightly less zoomed in. I think the last house that we lived in college was just someone's family house before we moved in. So this must have been like the daughter of the family that lived in the house before us. Chronicles of Narnia. Chronicles of Narnia. I've read The Magician's Nephew, Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, and Horse and His Boy. And then I watched Prince Caspian and the Voyage of the Dawn Treader, if that counts. And I think I've also read the last few pages of The Last Battle, because I wanted to know what was up. This is also, this box set is basically brand new, because I got a super old version for my sister, or like we had like a family copy that my sister ended up with, and I wanted to have copies for myself, but I don't think I'm ever gonna read the rest of them. Oh, these are cool. This is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Movies. I think so too. I think what is the new? Oh, yeah, yeah. That category. I guess it doesn't really line up perfect, does it? It's it should be like. F tier should be like. It's actually just really small, and like there's like one book in it. I only have one book in F tier right now. And these books. Yeah, the one book in F is the second book in a series that I don't actually know that she's ever going to release the third. Or were you talking about the other category, the end category? So this book, A Psalm for the Wild Built, is a really cute little like 130 page novella about a girl that meets a robot and like travels around or like she travels around selling tea and she meets a robot. The end is essentially Neil Gaiman and J.K. Rowling. Because that's where they deserve it. Smile. Alright. Oh. Next. S tier. I don't think I need to say more. If I were to break it down between the three of them, it's weird because I think for the movies, I think the best is The Fellowship of the Ring. I think the best movie is Fellowship. But I don't know if the best... I think it's hard for me to think of the books as separate books because my first experience reading it was just this. It was just the one volume version, which I can't believe is still together. It's crazy that this is held up. honestly, you don't need to. They're just really good. And reading them, if you've seen the movies, like you've seen the definitive version that people think of. Because people don't think of, I don't think people think of the books when they think of them anymore. They think of like Viggo Mortensen and what's his face doing the mocap. They are S tier. Like, they're incredible books, and I'd recommend them to anybody. But like, it is. I would, Quokka, honestly, I would just watch them. Watch them, and if you really, really, really enjoy it, then read it. Well, that's not what I was thinking of. I was thinking of the, who plays Gollum? What's his freaking name? Serkis. Andy Serkis. I was thinking of Andy Serkis, because they revolutionized motion capture for... for Andy Serkis. And, like, you don't even really have to... Evan. That's crazy. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, if I had an emote of me made like that, I'd be fighting. It would be on site. Wait, did I just... Oh, why did I put these away? I don't know why I set these down. Name of the Wind is S tier. It's incredible. I'm pretty sure this was Patrick Rothfuss's first book. Like, it's the first try that he had at making a book, and it's, I think, pretty perfect. Monkey. This is, I'm pretty sure this is the stories that Wukong were based off of, with like the Jade Emperor and Monkey and the Dragon King and getting trapped under the mountain and all that stuff. It's been like 7 or 8 years since I've read this. I don't think it's like S tier or anything. It's probably just B tier. But it's cool to like learn about like folk stories and like cultural, like stuff that was culturally important to cultures that you have never really experienced before. Oof, speaking of folk tales. I believe so, yeah. I think it's just Monkey. Or at least that's what this version of it is called. Monkey. Monkey. Journey to the West is the other name. I don't think it's a... It might be a... Because I remember when I was looking for it. Mods? I don't think there's any mods here. Unless Logan's still here? Bye now. Cringe bot. I think it was hard for me to figure out which version I needed to buy because of the name. Because I think A Journey to the West is the original translation of the name. And I think this is like a translation, like a different translation. Like what happens when you, I've already got the best viewers. I think this is just that thing where there's like multiple different translated versions. But it's all the same story essentially. This is probably something that I won't get to reading for a long time. I think these are just like collections of stories that Tolkien never finished or something like that, maybe. There's some pretty great illustrations and like other short stories from the world of The Lord of the Rings. Some more classics from my childhood. Does anybody read Pendragon? I don't know why I have books 1, 2, and 7. But I love these. These got me so many reading counts points in like 5th and 6th grade. Yeah, middle school, yeah. I think these were worth like 20 points a pop for reading counts when I was a kid. They're really cool. I think they're in that category of if I went back and reread them now, they're probably bad. If anyone is interested, there's a Wukong. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. It was a good book. The stories are really cool and they're unique. Treasure Island. Treasure Planet's better. It's fine. I've read it. Paper Towns. This is the first John Green book I read. I don't know if it would hold up now, but I really don't remember a lot of this. But I don't know if I want to reread it. I think I'm just gonna throw it in red and call it a day. What is this? Oh, whoa. Oh, it's like a whole thing, huh? Interesting. Hold on. Okay, maybe we'll watch a little bit of episode 1 of that. Have you ever gone back and reread books from high school for fun without the homework requirement? I didn't read the Odyssey in high school. I didn't read the Odyssey until maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But I do have a pretty cool version of the Odyssey. And I'll bring this whole stack over later, but this is the version of the Odyssey that I have. It's from this old lawyer's like personal collection. It's called like the Classics Club, but they have like a bunch of versions of like this set. So like, bring them all over now. I haven't read most of these, but they look freaking awesome on a shelf. I'll do another spread here. heavier spread. So I have all of these. These ones I cannot drop. It's like, God, I should put it down. Let me read these over. So we've got the Odyssey, Essays and New Atlantis by Francis Bacon, Discourses by Epictetus, On Man and the Universe by Aristotle, Rubaiyat by Omar Khayyam, The Praise of Folly by Erasmus, selected Robert Browning poems, The Iliad, On the Nature of Things, Lucretius, and some more poems by some authors who I don't know. But I really like how they look on the shelves. It's like, oh, this one was cool. We've got another. God, I hate how much I liked these books. I loved this book. And he ruined it. Not to make it about me. Beast of the Night. This was cool. It's like based off of, I believe it's like based off of an old Indian folktale. And it's like Southern Asian culture meets like high fantasy, I think is the best way to describe it. I think it was good. I think this is a good, solid B tier. Wasn't like the best thing I ever read. It's Beasts of the Night. This is a book that I got. When was this? I guess it must have been freshman year of college or something. That's a cool bookmark with it. It may have been like a. I've been in like a dozen book clubs. Nigerian. Oh. I may not remember this book right then. Well, maybe I should put it back in my reread pile. That's the problem with keeping all of these books for so long, is like this book, I think way too young to have read it this early, but I read this book in like 6th grade. And I haven't like touched it since. I think this is the book that inspired that Mel Gibson movie. I think it's just called We Were Soldiers, but the book is We Were Soldiers Once and Young. I did a 6th grade art project with this book where I took a bunch of, I just fully defaced the book. Like I ripped pages and pictures out of it. And I made like a collage on like a shoebox or something. I didn't rip like pages with words out. There's like this section with like pictures of the people that the book is about. I think I enjoyed it. I don't know how the hell me as a... How old are you in 6th grade? Like 11? 10? I don't know how me as a 10-year-old got through this book. I think that's crazy. Because it's just... it's just like a dry retelling of like exactly what happened during this battle, but it's fine. I think I used to really like the movie when I was a kid. Scythe. This is a I got convinced by Book Talk to buy book. I bought it and I have not read it. Book Talk strikes again. This was nice. This is just a collection of science fiction stories. I read like 5 or 6 of them. They're pretty good. I like little anthologies. Ooh, I got this book Christmas 2011. It is just a baseball book. Players, World Series, and records. Crazy. I do think I legit have read through all of this. I used to be super into stats as a kid. I still appreciate stats, but I do not go nearly as deep as I did back then. Alright. We're actually kind of getting close now. Battle of the Atlantic, World War II, really dry historical retelling of what exactly? I can't remember. I think this is like the British or British Navy and stuff during World War II. I don't think I can say that I've actually read that. American on Purpose. Craig Ferguson, the comedian. It's like the story of him immigrating and like him growing up in Glasgow, I believe. Guy had a rough first like 18 years of his life. Underground Railroad, Colson Whitehead. This was a book that I had to read in college. I think it's good. I think it's weird from what I remember. I think it went into some like weird like esoteric stuff that towards like the end especially. Hey Doe. How was I forgot the name of the game. I've watched like several hours of it. What the hell is it? Starts with a D or something? Madison's Gift. This is another UIL book. I have read it. Do not ask me what the hell is. Oh wow. I actually took notes for this one. That's crazy. Okay, I was gonna say there's a D in it. Deliverance. I knew that. Kingdom Come. How is the second one? How does it compare to the original if you played that? Blood of Olympus. This is the last book of the second series of Percy Jackson books. Low key, I think this series. Oh, you are playing the original. Okay, I thought everyone was on the second one. This series in general is S tier. Are you gonna play the second one? Fault in Our Stars. Good, not S tier though. I'd say E tier. I think I liked. Where did I put Paper Towns? Did I just put it in I've read? I think Fault in Our Stars is probably on the same level. I don't know. I think B tier is fine. Everyone was like, you should play the first one first. Okay, I watched Mark play a couple hours of the first one, and I have like lurked in yours, but I think I've just been in at different times. This is my mom's book, so I'm not gonna like read off the stuff about it, but it obviously is an S tier. Guys, I'm almost done. We're getting real dang close. Civ 7 is a dude, I have seen people talking about Civ 7. Everyone hates it. It's crazy. Yeah, no, I do have a lot of books, and yeah, it's gonna be really fun. At least I've got like a dozen or so that I've got in the giveaway pile. Da Vinci Code, a classic. I'll give it A tier. I think I remember more about the movie than I do the book, though. And I don't think the movie is like a great one-to-one. I should have I don't know why I never got into Redwall. I should probably donate this one because I don't even think it's the first Redwall book. So maybe if I ever actually get into Redwall, I'll go pick them up again. Hall of Dune. This is the only, I think I lied earlier. I think I said I hadn't read any of the sequels to Dune. I've read this one. I haven't read anything past this though. And I still think this is a huge drop off. And you know what, actually, no, I'm gonna stand by that. I think it's a pretty huge drop off. Are they really? Maybe. I have Dune Messiah somewhere. What is this? The Star Scroll by Melanie Ron. I think I just picked this up because it had a dragon on the front. I think I can donate this. I don't think I'm ever gonna read it. Okay, we've got like maybe 30 books left out here. And then I have some like special books that I want to show off that are just like collector's things. Quantitative Social Science, an introduction. This was a political science book. This is like how to do like studies and how to code in RStudio. Maybe I should just mail this to Ophelia. It goes in the I've read pile, I guess, which is getting really unstable. I should scoot this back and start a new stack. We are on layer 3 of the I've read pile. And then we've got Understanding Symbolic Logic. This was the first college course, like this was my first 8 a.m. college course. I don't know, do any of y'all know what symbolic logic is? This shit. No. Yeah. This class did nothing for me. Like it's actually crazy how little this class did for me. I am. I feel bad about. I don't know. Because I don't want to. I don't know. Like it's still. Despite the rating, those like actual physical copies of those books do still mean a lot to me. So it's hard to like say I'm just gonna get rid of them. So far, what I have to get rid of, oh, this is just gonna go in. I've just been putting them up here. Are these? And these, I've kind of just been setting aside ones that I'm going to give away and just haven't really been rating them. And these ones. And then these Indiana Jones books. And my like second copy of Rama 2. I don't know, I want to keep them. It sucks that like the people that they are. But I still want to have them. Gone with the Wind is probably a book I'll never read, but this copy is like 80 years old or something. So it's kind of staying with my like classics. Oh, I guess I can give away my other version of the Silmarillion. I didn't know I had a nicer version. I don't know where that is, but I'll find it. Silmarillion just goes in the I've read section. Oh my gosh, I just found another. That spread that I showed of the Wheel of Time books earlier didn't even have all the Wheel of Time books in it. This is the second book. I actually like this one just as much as the first one. So that can go in S tier. Babylon Rising, have not read. Cheyenne Autumn, this is some about some Cheyenne Native Americans who got sent. They were like sent to a like sectioned off territory, but then were allowed to go back to Yellowstone territory. And it's like their journey back, and I think it's like the late 1800s or something like that. What did it say? Yeah, like 1879. It's like after all of the like wars of resistance and stuff like that, I believe. I don't really remember much about this one. Or I don't remember like how it made me feel or anything like that. Sula, Toni Morrison. I got this because it was listed as a classic. Oh, Evan. That's why. I don't know if you're still here, Evan. It was the Nobel Prize in Literature. That's what I was looking at. That's the list that I was getting books off of. So like Dragon's Teeth, and I think Dragon's Teeth was the first one that I tried to get. But that's why I have this. But I haven't read it yet. Tom Clancy. I think this was my dad's. Have not read it. think this is like one of the most my dad books that I could possibly think of. I'm not gonna rank these ones, but I'm just gonna get them out of the way. These are my coffee table books. I think they're interesting. This one is like a photography book of the 20th century. So it's like different photos and the stories behind them. It's a pretty cool coffee table book. And then I have this book of Norman Rockwell art. I think his art is really unique and cool. So it's just different paintings and drawings by him. With some like commentary on the social aspects behind his art. And then this one is really cool. It's The World Explained in Infographics. So it's got like the Fukushima power plant explained, or the like earthquake and power plant meltdown explained in an infographic. The Burj Khalifa and like how it was designed. Steven Spielberg movies. It's just like a bunch of different the diesel engine. It's just a bunch of cool like historical things and some cool like infographics about them. Nothing too crazy. Priory of Orange Tree. Book talk. So intimidating. One of the most intimidating books I've ever seen. This thing is massive. But the pages aren't crazy. They're just like thick pages. So close. Oh, here's Doom Messiah. Wait, this is so short. Maybe I should just give it a try. I think this is from 1965. This book costs like $1.95. $1.95. Oops. I just dropped the Scarlet Letter. And all the pages fell out too. It's a very old copy. Elevation, Stephen King, short story. Haven't read. Another one of those ones that I need to just set a day aside and actually go through. Haunted Mesa. My roommate's old roommate just kind of left this and said he thought I should take a look at it. I haven't yet. Because all of this, but Praetorian. I think this was my dad's. I think it's about like a spy who like infiltrates the Nazis in World War II or something like that. The definitive Bob Dylan songbook. I read like, or I didn't read, but I learned like 15 or 20 songs out of this. 20 old picks. On Lily Rosemary and the Jack of Hearts, which is one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs. was just gonna put Scarlet Letter in red. Dune Messiah, haven't read, but maybe I will. If I get around to it. Got the Velveteen Rabbit. Just a nice little kid story. This book I just got. Haven't read yet. I'm not like super into like spy thrillery type of things, but maybe it'll be good. I got this just because any of the Sherlock Holmes books that I've read have been like library books or like the single books by themselves. That being said, I think I've only read like 4 of these or something. What have I read? Take me to your... So I've read Wisteria Lodge. I don't know. I don't think I've read enough of this to say I've read them. That haven't read stack is a little embarrassing, I'll say. Alright, so now I've just got some of my like special books that aren't for like reading, really. My dad has been on a little kick over the last few years of getting me like rare books as presents. So I've got here, I don't know if that's even legible. This is On the Origin of Species. This copy is from, I believe, when is the printing? 1860 something? (1860s). It's not a first edition, but it's like a it's like one of his edits or whatever, like one of the original publisher's edits. And then this one, which I think is really sick, is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, which I've read Alice's Adventures. I think it's great for kids. I don't think it's like worth rating as a grown adult. I like the story. It's a classic story. This version is $18.99. And it has like cool old drawings in it. Is that focused? I can't tell if that's focused or not. I think these are really cool. I just need to figure out like a safe way to display them, because I feel like I can't just have them out. to like protect them somehow. Let's see, and then these next ones I have to keep in the suitcase because I don't want them to get light on them. So I have them like tucked. Oh right, you're just heavy. Okay. Alright, this first one I'm legitimately like kind of afraid to touch. But this is the first time I've like picked it up in months, so it should be fine. So this is Mitchell's new General Atlas, I believe. Let me get rid of. I don't need to have that up right now. All right, Mitchell's new General Atlas. And I think the cool thing, yeah, so this is an atlas. Let's see if there's a date here. From 1863. It's actually older than I thought. And I don't want to touch the pages too much, but the coolest thing about this is one of them, it's 84 maps. And one of the maps in it has the plans. Has the plans for the Panama Canal in it. Like the proposed plan for the canal, which I think is nuts. Just how ancient that is. So that's one of the crazier things that my dad has gotten me. And then this other one, I guess depending on what you're into, is even crazier. This is, I gotta make sure that I pick up the right one because one of them, this is Knight's Imperial Shakespeare. Each one of these weighs like probably 15 pounds or something. And it's 2 volumes, so 2 books this size. This is volume 2. And it has like this cool coloring on the. This actually like hurts my back to be doing. I don't know how to like show y'all this. So it's just the collected works of Shakespeare. And it's got some, this is Juliet in the Cell of Friar Lawrence. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I bet the page edging looked crazy. But this is from... Yeah, I got some tomes in this bitch. My dad finds them. He, for the last like year and a half, he's been trolling these like antique or like vintage bookshops. I believe these were. I believe these were made in the late 1870s. Hey, Moped. Someday I will figure out how the hell you're supposed to display them. Because I feel like, ooh, they make my hands smell not so great. Also, my bicep hurts now. Because, like Doe said, like, they low-key belong in a museum. Librarians would love to. Yeah, maybe I can ask. Or I can literally ask a museum or find a random thread about it somewhere. But, like, they need to be... I know some stuff. Like, I technically should not be handling them with my bare hands. I know that for sure. They're supposed to... They can't take, like, direct sunlight. I know that. I should be handling them with, like, cotton gloves specifically. I know some of the stuff because I worked. My last job in college was at the preservation library at my college. So I have handled atlases and old map books and stuff that are just as old as these are. But my job was like cleaning and like pest control and stuff like that, not like displaying them. And most of the books that I dealt with were in like deep storage, so they were in like a climate controlled room that's dark 90% of the day. Dark in class indoors. Yeah, I don't have any like enclosed bookshelves or anything like that. And that shit's expensive. But also books like that are so big, like those won't fit on like normal bookshelves. Yeah, no doubt, amazing finds. So cool. Especially, I think these ones especially, the Alice in Wonderlands are one of the coolest things I think I own. Especially with like the old art. And it's just like pencil drawings, basically. Like pen drawings. That are, you know, I mean they're printed on there, but the drawings themselves are so old. But that's it, I think. I don't think I'm missing any books. I've got my, oh yeah, I guess for people who weren't here earlier, I also have these. Which came from a guy's law office. Just an old set of classics, I think from like the late 60s, early 70s, something like that. It's just like, oh, I guess there's some stuff behind here. Adventures of Tom Sawyer. I read a long time ago. This one I haven't read. I'll take those off your hands. Yeah. Good luck carrying them away. Can't show that one. It's fine. I have a book that's I did one of those things for my mom that's like a it sends her like a prompt a week or a prompt a month or something like that for a year. I think it must have been a week. Sent her like a prompt a week because she loves writing. She wrote a book. and it like at the end of the year it like puts all the prompts together into a book and sends them. So obviously I can't show that one because it has like pictures of her and me and distant family members when they were children and stuff. Yeah. All right. I think that's all. I think that's all the books that I own. Ended up, I guess that's a pretty even list. We got our S tiers. So Lord of the Rings. Let me put the thing back up. Our S tiers, best books I've ever read. A tiers, great books, would recommend to anybody. B tiers, good books, wouldn't read again. C tiers, basically just books that I've read, no feelings on them one way or the other. D tier, books that I haven't read. So not really D tier, just books that I haven't read. F tier, literally just one F tier book. I can't believe that I have this many books and there is one book that I genuinely didn't like out of all of them. Because I can't say, like, all of the books that I put in the, like, book that I've read tier, they're just books that I don't have strong feelings about. None of them are, like, books that I hated. And then the stupid piece of shit tier. Not bad. All in under 3 hours. Pretty good. Yeah. Sick nasty. Let's go back to Facebook. Oh. My back hurts. That's one. Oh, and also we have our books that we're gonna donate. And I might go through and decide on some more to donate once I'm actually boxing stuff up. But as of right now, these are the ones that we're gonna donate. Yeah, thank y'all for hanging out. Does anybody want to watch Journey to the West? I feel like it's probably old enough that you can just kind of watch it. Or at least take a look at what this is. What this looks like. When did you say this was made? The 80s? Later, Logan. This old? Oh shit.
速去查看明白。遵旨。
Where the heck is the camera?
陛下，臣等奉旨观听，原来下界山峰崩裂，画出一个石猴。为此响震天宇。
Why does this feel like it's in slow motion?
不必管他。
Learning Chinese today, yeah. Hello. There we go. It is really weird, but I do remember this from the book. Like this is very obviously this is very obviously like a part that I can remember. It looks like they took all of their mannerisms from the... Oh, God. It looks like they took all their mannerisms from the Wizard of Oz movie. That jump was insane. Yeah, Mouse, we've kind of switched gears a bit. Yeah, I can see so many different like 80s influences here. Oh wow, incredible.
造化，造化，里头有什么好东西？里面可好了，里面是天造地设的一副家当。快随我到里面去住啊！就怕我们大家进不去呀！啊，进得去，进得去。过了这水帘就没事了。那好，你先走，我们跟着你。跟着走。
Yeah, makes sense. This looks like it was fun to make. Yeah, Quokka. Exactly. You're just messing around. Also, it's like a TV show, so they did this like probably for, I don't know how many episodes they did. How many episodes is this? Damn. 2 seasons. One of 25 episodes. So they did it. They probably did this for like 2 years. I don't know how long it took to film this much stuff in the 80s, but they're probably all just friends at this point. Holy shit. Pretty crazy monsters. Yeah, I'm excited to see because there's like, I'm trying to remember the stories. Does anybody remember what rank I put it? Can't remember where I ranked it. Oh. Dead.
大王，他死了，死了。他乃年老体衰，气绝身亡。我等无有长生之术，日后也不免于死啊。日后我等也不免于死吗？是啊。大王，我也无有长 长生之术啊！大王，何不去到古洞仙山寻访名师，学一个长生之道啊？长生之道。
哼。That's such a funny shot. That just looks like home video of someone rowing out to sea. Oh, people.
您是我这个祖传秘方大力丸，您看，强兵壮骨，力大无穷。我姐，有钱的您捧个钱场，没钱的您捧个人场。您看我这个啊，我给您练个啪看看，看这个啊，
I want to show this to my friends.
这个人可真是走道也不看着点，快看看！哎呀，谢谢。
是这方面的啥的？
随便走，看看去，看看。
He just like pulls out some Air Forces.
刚才一个毛脸的、毛胳膊毛腿的妖精进去了。
我们这是买卖家，哪有什么妖精？各位，
进去了，
我们没有妖精啊！谢谢各位了，走吧，走吧，走吧，走吧，你去走吧，小孩，没有嘛。
I love the little giggles. It's a cat. Just a cat. That's funny. Everything from like the story too is he's just like a trickster. Like he doesn't really take anything like super insanely serious from like moment to moment. It's really just when he's doing like the big stuff that things get serious. But even then he should like talk like a jokester kind of. Insane mouth noises going on. Got pipes.
老神仙，
我以打柴为生，衣食还不得周全，怎么敢当神仙二字啊？
你方才唱的歌中说交往非仙即道，前来对斗奖金不是神仙，怎么说出神仙的话来了？
这是灵台方寸山、斜月三星洞的菩提祖师教给我的。
菩提祖师，
哎，
想必是个有本事的。他住在何处？
顺着山路一直走。
哦，
I think. Do you think this entire show is ADR? I don't think. Like, I think all of the voice lines are done after the fact, aren't they? They have to be.
什么人在此骚扰？哈，原来是只野猴。
我不是野猴，我是石猴，特来拜见祖师的。
我家师傅说
I don't like how he holds his
来和
hands.
寻师学道的，难道就是你？
正是。
Yeah, major Power Rangers vibes.
就随我进
For
去
sure.
拜见祖师吧。哈哈，请。
Which Power Rangers might have also had a budget of 50 cents per person per day.
祖师，他来了。
Oh God. It takes you by surprise every time.
祖师，我是来学道的。
下站何人？到此作甚？
祖师，我是前来学道的。
你是哪方人士？
弟子是花果山水帘洞人士。
胡说！
哦，
把他给我赶了出去！出去！
Out. Out.
祖师，弟子说的是真话。
花果山到这里，隔着茫茫大海，你是怎么来的？
弟子乘着木筏漂洋过海，历尽千辛万苦，方才来到祖师身边。师傅，收下我吧。
你姓什么？叫什么名字啊？
弟子是花果山石崩裂所生，故而无名无姓。
哦，原来你是天生地长。我看你相貌举止像个猢狲。你就姓孙，法名悟空，好吗？
师傅，师傅收我了。
You said the thing.
我有名字了。
Roll
师傅
credits.
收我了，我叫孙悟空啦。练啊！
I'm crazy on it. Whoa. Dude, being on the sound design team for this must have been incredible.
来。
Not the freeze frame. That was like full Power Rangers. I guess this was only like, it was like 5 years before the first Power Rangers came out.
手可齐天，千姓名言，洪万修满，非佛即仙。悟空，你在班中因何癫狂欢舞，不听我讲？
弟子听到妙处，喜不自胜，望师傅恕罪。
我且问你，你到洞中多少时日了？
弟子不知年月，只记得山桃熟了7次，被我饱饱吃了7回了。
7年了。你想学些什么道术呢？
I don't think I could ever pull off the like long beard, but it would be fun to be able to do the little beard pull while you're thinking.
求仙问卜，驱邪避凶之术，好吗？
师傅，似这般，可得长生吗？
不能，不能。
求仙问卜，不如自己做主。不学，不学。
我教你念佛诵经，朝真降。
Is there anybody here that wasn't here when we started this? That's a little bit confused. Or are we just rolling with it?
师傅说话不爽快，我是个老实人，不会答隐语。什么叫做水中捞月？
月在长空，水中有影。虽然看见，只是无法捞摸。到底
I'm enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. I won't lie.
如此说来，念佛诵经，不如本事在身。不学，不学，不学。
那我教你参禅打坐，戒语吃斋，怎么样？
可得长生吗？
也是镜里观花，欲斋不能。
不学，不学，打坐参禅，不如弄棒打拳。师傅，再换个别的吧。
Yeah, I don't consume much Chinese media, so this is probably the first time I've like listened to a prolonged conversation in Chinese in years. Ow. 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 Cutie really has an emote for everything, huh? It's just so goofy. Oh, you know what else? When did
是悟空吗？
师傅，
Planet of the Apes came out in
师傅，弟
'68.
子等候多时了。
你这个猢狲，深夜不去睡觉，到我这里干什么？
Tim Burton one was 2001. Okay.
师傅
The Tim Burton one
白天打
looks
我
so
三下
old.
关闭东门，明明是要我3更时候进后门，前来学道。师傅，师傅，您就教我写真本事吧。
念你虔诚好学，就传些道术给你。我这里有隐身潜行变化之术，分为2种，
Ooh.
一种是36般
Visibility
变
and
化，
transformations. 36 transformations.
一
Damn.
种是72
72
般变化。你愿意学哪一种啊？
师傅，师傅，弟子愿学多的，您就教我72般变化吧。
好。
Whoa. This is insane. I don't even think they made him the right size in this.
师傅，
你的飞举之功练得怎么样了？
待弟子试飞一次，请师傅指教。师傅，我已能腾云驾雾了。
你方才1去2、3里，离地4、5丈，算不得腾云，只能算是爬云而已。
啊，爬云。
1日之内游遍3山5岳、5洲4海，才能是腾云。
师傅，就教我腾云直树吧。啊？
这个却难呐，需得苦练才是。
Doesn't seem like he's had to practice anything at all.
好吧。
He just asks and then he
在
knows.
腾飞之前，先翻一个筋斗，就传给你个筋斗云吧。
筋斗云，去得快吗？
一个筋斗就是108000里呀！
啊？
What is happening? Why did he Why did he grow out of a
为什么
plant?
在此喧哗？
It's crazy because like it's still like accurate enough.
是让你在人前卖弄的吗？
师傅，弟子知错了，
Like it-
望师傅恕罪。
You don't have to do much for this to be accurate. He just needs to be silly and go through these trials.
哎，
So they're just having fun with it
你叫我往哪里走？
for no money, I
从
guess.
哪里来，回哪里去？
啊？
I don't know, 50 cents was like
弟子蒙受师傅
10 bucks
传
back
授
in the
大
day,
恩
but still,
未能报答，怎能离去啊？
10 bucks a day is
说什么报答之恩？日后你惹出祸来，不把师傅说出来就行了。从今往后，不准你说是我的徒弟，我也不再见你。
啊！师傅，师傅，师傅，师傅，留下我吧！
记下了吗？
yeah, that too, Mouse.
去吧。
Don't commit
此
crimes.
后多行善事，不可作恶，不然我不饶你。
弟子记下了。
I wish I knew how to make emotes. Because I want to make that cloud surfing that into an emote. I need to see if Donkus knows how to, because I know she's good at making GIFs. Oh. They look like One Piece characters. What the What was that?
二位大王接您来了！哇，好，二位大哥，贤弟怎么样啊？二位大哥，
儿们，可惜我美猴王有了姓氏了。大王，姓什么？我姓孙，法名悟空啊。姓孙好啊！大王是老孙，那我们就是大孙二孙了。我们是第二孙，第二孙好了。我们是一家孙，一国孙，一窝孙。怎么样？又带着两个妖怪来了！哦，孩儿们，与我活捉妖龙！走，快点，走！
别打！
慢着！
拜见洞主，
你是哪位？到此作甚？
我乃大力牛魔王，这位是我乃独角鬼王。前时我三弟冒犯洞主，我等特来陪请，请洞主恕罪。请洞主恕罪。
免礼，原来如此，好，请到洞中一叙。走。
Oh, they're all friends now. All right. That's episode 1. That's sure is something. I liked that a lot more than I thought I was going to. All right, maybe we'll keep watching that for later streams. I'm interested to see how closely that continues to keep with the book. It's one of the TV shows of all time. I think if you think of it in the context, actually there was probably some really good. There was probably some really good 80s TV shows. But I mean, it stuck pretty close to the plot. Obviously, it's like, you know, it's not going to be the best. There wasn't really a budget behind it. I bet it would go even harder when... Oh, God, I bet it would... Depending on... I don't know. There's probably some parts in later episodes that... Obviously, I don't know what the like... how they handle different parts of the show, or different parts of the stories, but I bet it gets, like, real trippy. But thank y'all so much for hanging out. 8 people for pretty much the whole time. So thank y'all for sticking with it. Dang, even Mark's still here. I really appreciate it. I think this was fun. Obviously, it's not something that I can just do all the time because I can't just recycle rating my books, but I'm glad y'all seem to have fun. Later, maybe we'll watch more episodes in the future. Thanks. Bye-bye.